And now this is time for the meditation. So we are here gathering to practice and to learn how to meditate. And those who already know how to meditate, we are here to practice together. And those who are listening from home and practicing together in this time, making sure that you are not having any other activities along with this. Simply, you're dedicating this time to listen the instruction and practicing diligently. And only then you will see the benefit of the practice in your day-to-day life. In the practice of a meditation, there are three things to be mindful of. And number one is the effort, so-called ardent effort that we have to apply. Sometimes we may have a desire to practice. Sometimes we may want to practice. But if you haven't put in effort, then your desire will remain in your thoughts and you will get no benefit at all. So you have to implement. So that's why the desire to work. So ardent practice is very necessary from the beginning. It's called atapi. And the second quality that we have to have is sampajano, or the having a clear awareness. In this clear awareness, having a comprehensive understanding of the way you are sitting and aware of the moment here and now, the both body and the mind that you are in this very moment. Experiencing the entire body and knowing entirety of this body and the mind in this present moment. And the third is called the sati, or the awareness or mindfulness. And this we have to cultivate as much as we can. And this mindfulness or the awareness or being present in the moment is basically being aware of things that is happening in this very moment. And yet we do aware of recent past and do aware of recent future. So that's why in the practice of a meditation, we always need to check these three principles, whether have we implemented or not. So once we have done all the preliminary works that I have been repeating again and again every night, and yesterday I mentioned one more thing to get ready for the practice. And after that, we must check these three principles, whether are we putting enough effort to practice or not. And are we in the present moment or not? Being aware of the present moment or not? And being mindful. And these three qualities can be applied in everything. And where do we put our attention or effort? So we have to have an intention to work something somewhere, and that is called the kammatthana, the working station. That's why we choose an object to work with. Once we have chosen, then we simply paying attention to it and working with that mindfully. So first of all, sitting comfortably, freeing yourself from all the distractions, making sure that any other activities are not around you, and acknowledging around you and inspiring or encouraging everyone surroundings to join with you to practice. We feed our mind every day, and we need to distill it every day too. And the practice of a meditation is distilling it. And when we do not distill this mind, rubbish will pile up, different stories will accumulate, and it's become a burden, and it's become a stinky. And that's how we cannot sleep. That's how we feel stressed, tiredness, mentally tiredness. So practice of a meditation is to distill it, which involves controlling the mind by putting attention to one object, and that normally we use the breath, and breath as the primary object. So we put the effort to bring our attention to be mindful of this in-breath and out-breath, of the rising, falling of the abdomen. When it rises, mentally making a note that this is rising. When it falls, mentally making a note of it, this is falling. And if your mindfulness is strong enough, you will see the process of a rising, falling, or the movement that is taking place is the result. And that also a cause for the sensations to arise that are helping us to be mindful of it. So being mindful of your own feelings, along with the breath or abdomen. You may be able to do a couple of times and just drift away, then that's okay. Whenever you realize, simply bring back. I use the words or the formula to bring it back is accepting that your mind has distracted and observing that distracted mind, acknowledging with a great patience, without having any judgment or opinions, patiently acknowledging it and making a mental note with a clear consciousness. You're fully aware, you're fully zoned in and aware of everything that's happening. Like the mirror, you are watching your own face. So making a mental note of it and let it be. And just being there and bring back. So accept, observe, acknowledge, note, and letting go. And remember, letting go is not what you want it to go. And slowly, slowly you will be able to realize how letting go begins, without any effort, without any grasp. The letting go simply begins in your heart, and you will rejoice in that. So these are the simple techniques that we have to use again and again to be skilled in order to see deeper into it. It's like an initial training that one has to complete before moving into the second or third stages. So that's why in the practice of a meditation, first we have to develop is to settle down the mind, familiarize the object. Whenever a distraction comes, that's become an object of concentration. We simply accept that distracted mind, observing objectively, acknowledging that state of the mind, and making a mental note with a clear consciousness and let go. Doesn't matter what, you will be able to let go simply by seeing it. So continue practicing for another 10 minutes, and we will practice the loving-kindness meditation. So being trustworthy to yourself, and diligently practicing, paying attention to the rising, falling as the incoming and out breath, and aware of it, familiarizing with it, and working with that. Simply aware and bring back and coming back, working with it again and again until become skilled. So we'll practice the loving kindness meditation. So relax yourself. Make yourself comfortable. And reflecting any good things that you have done today. Any wholesome action, or even just to say hello, help. Or any good things that you have done. May this be a cause for good and well and happiness of your own self. Mentally making a note or spreading the goodwill, loving thoughts to yourself. I am well, I am happy, I am at peace. Similarly, sharing this loving kindness and compassion to all other sentient beings. Or you may share to a particular person and wishing him or her safe and successful, free from all the troubles and illnesses that may have. Whatever beings there are, may they be happy, may they be well, may they be free from sufferings, both physical and mental. May all beings be liberated. On the third gong, slowly coming out and relax.